Fam, what is up with the squad? It's Session. Favorite out to you, Uncle Tendencies in the building. Oh, Coach Coleman, I don't know.
I was fixing my jacket.
I ain't know what happened. I'm trying to come into the show. Hold on. What's the word, y'all?
I was fixing my jacket. I'm sorry.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I don't know what coach is doing. All of a sudden, he just unzipped his jacket. Hold on. All right, well, we in here. What's the word, y'all? Hit the like, the share. They both right there. I got Coach Coleman in the building. It's the CC show. Coach Coleman, what's happening?
What is, man? The madness is winding down to the final. Before that's what's happening. We're getting down to the get down to say it's coming our way, whether we like it or not, results or not. So it's been pretty interesting basketball. There's a lot of basketball in very little time, so I've been enjoying it. Scribbles, Lisa Pugh, like, wait a minute, you got some popcorn, Lisa Pugh. I wasn't sure. Oh, there you go. Kia Highline. Man, we back. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you in the chat. You back. Good to see you in the chat, Kia Highline. My friend. So yeah, honestly, it's been some interesting games these past 2 days.
I see Jay in the chat. What's happening, fam? Lisa Pugh, what's up, fam? Jeremy, what's up? High Life, what's happening, fam? So, Coach, a lot of stuff, a lot of games, like you said, in a short amount of time. What's been your favorite game so far?
Man, I had quite a few. I got to go back to I gotta go back. We're gonna go. So I gotta go back to Duke and LSU, and that's just what competition comes down to: possessions and a call, not a call, making somebody making a big shot and making adjustments and things of that nature. So, that was a tough shot to make. I think you covered. I think you covered that young lady the best you could because you don't want to foul with 3 shots and you kind of leave the rest to fate because the guy got a half a taller ball roll on that. So,
coach. She ran by that girl. Defended who? She flew by her. Even her coach got to that. Even her coach got to that presser and said, I don't know what happened. She flew by her, jumped wrong. She took a wrong step. Remember how it was? Bang in your eye.
Like this, but she had a good jab.
Bang, coach. She had went by her and was looking at her when she shot the shot.
It was a good move. It was a good move, though. So you got to give that. I mean,
then that coach sat up there at the presser and said, "I never thought about a 3. Hands on knees. Stop playing with me. You didn't never think about no 3." She said, "I thought she was gonna go into one of the bigs." What?
I don't believe that. I don't accept that, but maybe someone. I don't believe that because you really, in that situation, I mean, I think it was baseline, right? Anyway, so I don't know, you know. So, but I mean, it was an interesting game. I apologize. I called LSU in that, and Duke played a great game, but then Duke's run came to a whole screeching halt today when they got away from the plan in the second half. The early part of the fourth quarter. If they stuck to the defensive plan, they would have stayed right there. But and it's very challenging, to stay with that. So I was impressed. First, like first three quarters, but then and then you saw the momentum switch, shift and everything. So I don't know. It was good. It was good methodical. Basketball because you're trying to play to the next, get to the next, get to the next round, get to the final four. And so, um, for some reason in the fourth quarter they started just one on one defending what's the name? He pulling it out, defending
Coach,
best.
walk us through what you see right here. Walk us through what you see right here. Walk us through what you see. You ready? Walk us through it. Let's go. Let me make sure ain't no sound. Yeah, walk us through what you see.
So the circle of the brush screen, step out. Yeah, and she did not face guard him. She followed the player. She was there.
Coach, it looked like she was the shadow next to her shooting the shot. Watch again. Look. They both shot the shot at the same time. Look. They shot at the same time. Look. They shot at the same time.
But here's the thing: the screen is what it was. The screen, so she never fought through the screen. So that's from the beginning. That's before she can get out there. She had to fight through the screen. So it was a good screen set right there. The post player set a good screen where she had to fight through. So you got to give that play credit for how they set it up right there. Screen, slide, brush screen, and they get out of the way. So it was also the screen action that you made. Number 12 set a great screen for it to cause that chase. That should have been a push in that situation. That should have been Flage should have pushed her player out to go stay with it. We call it a push out. I should have put a push out. That should have been on Flage based on that screen action. You push your player, your teammate out to go stick with the player. So
no, that's what it looked like to me too. 12 Carter with a little bump, but she was chasing and she was right on Ashlyn Jackson's butt the whole time.
But that rush over calls because I'm watching it from the play where it leads to that, but maybe I'm giving too much credit for the screen. But that's what I saw.
No. That's why I said. That's why I put you the coach. That's why I told you pull it up and walk me through what you see. I know what I saw. I know I thought I saw, but with you explaining it, that what you said was supposed to happen. Okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, what I'm saying there, when you have that type of situation, you had your teammate that was closer to Ashlyn Jackson. You're supposed to push them out to stay with the player. And you have to get a better guard situation because if you're chasing like that, and you've been brushed on the screen. Your feet are not going to be set to have high hands enough, and because you're trying to slow down the momentum, locate the player, and so it should have been the closest player to her, which wasn't Big Four wasn't Flage at the time because it was one of her teammates was already on that side. So that's a push out. In a situation like that, we call it you got to push them out. You literally put your hand out and say, "Hey, you got to go push them and check them because of the situation." So the game situation. So I don't know if they teach that anymore or if they taught that, but that's what we encourage to do. When you're in a situation like that, hey, push out to the next person, to the closest player.
Okay, coach. I want you to tell me one more time. I want you to tell me one more time. Who? I want you to look at this one more time because I really want to understand. I want to understand in this situation, who is she supposed to push? Okay, and so I want to make sure that we see this together. You got your game index up?
Yeah, I got my game index up. I got my game index up.
Okay, this is Flage. We see Flage, and this is Ashlyn Jackson right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's start the play. Let's see what happens. Okay, there she with her. She chasing her. Who is she supposed to push?
Oh,
Who
okay.
was she supposed to push?
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back.
Oh yeah, no problem. Who does she push? Who? She made a play to try to steal the ball and missed it. She gambled. She gambled to steal and missed it. Look.
Um, Gotcha. You right. No push. I misread it. I misread it. I'll take
It
that
wasn't nobody to push. It wasn't nobody to push. Yeah, 12 way over
one.
here. You talking about 12. Now, Fournier caught her with a little bump. But yet, no, she gambled for the steal.
I don't know how. I don't. And this shows she's not in basketball position to guard the shot, to contest the shot.
Okay.
She was,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure my eyes wasn't deceiving me. Because I mean, you know,
oh, no, the
you
way
the
I
coach and
looked at it
everything.
at
I
first,
wanted to go back. I wanted to understand. Okay.
I looked at it, the way it appeared to me at first is if she got caught into the screen action and was fighting through and was chasing. We call it chasing on the screen. And so, but no, she just was out of position. Wasn't in basketball position.
Okay. 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 Oh, did you like the personnel that was on the floor? Oh, we don't have to have you so big on the screen. You probably feel like you.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure on you, coach. You feeling like he was feeling like it was a lot of pressure on you. Sorry. Let me get it back right. Now, what did you think? I mean, because this is the game that you wanted to start with. What did you think about the personnel on the floor? Is that who you would have went with on the floor based on the game?
You talking about for LSU?
Yeah, looked like Duke's personnel was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, totally fine.
Look like theirs worked out perfect. So yeah.
And okay with them, right? I'm trying to. Who did they have go back? I'm trying to remember who they had on the floor because I know the
Jose.
conversation should Malaysia for a while have been out there or not, right? That was a concern of the game finisher.
I mean, yeah, if you
Right.
just want to answer that, you can answer that too. That's fine. I mean,
Um,
from your perspective, how you handle that.
my
I mean,
perspective.
I guess your perspective just period with the game she had, and that's messing some stuff up on defense. That's having that steal, missing that layup late in the game. That's scoring 28 points. That's what everything that she did in the game.
So like,
Not what Kim would have done. What 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 would you have done in that how do you handle a player like that? This is what seems to be the hot player, right?
I mean, what really, and when you hit a player
Oh,
like that,
they say you looking good in the purple. It go good with your skin tone. Bring out your eyes and stuff. You gotta
it
wear.
was just cold.
You,
It was just cold outside. I didn't switch. I
they
didn't
said you
switch
need to.
sides. It's just a
They said you
jacket
need
for
to.
work.
They said you need to wear a little purple a little bit more. Bring out
No,
the
it's
purplish, the purple hazelish in your eyes. The purple hazelish in your
look, I was just coming in. It's just a work jacket. That's all it was. It's just work jacket.
They say you looking good in that purple though, coach. They say you looking good. They say you working. They say you working that purple, coach. You working that purple. Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
man.
What you were saying? What you were saying?
You're hilarious. So
I'm just telling you what's in the chat.
Lou ain't funny. My thing is, my thing is when you have a player in Malaysia for Wally that has experience and played with a championship team, has won a championship, that's something you want to tap into. You don't want to go. I don't want to go away from that. And what people were in when we make mistakes, you get lost in the moment or trying to do too much or be. Malaysia is who Malaysia is, and missing a layup like that. I don't think they tried to miss the layup is something that what they do, and so you try to find a way to reconnect fast with them, instill some confidence, and go out there and make a basketball play. That's what you want to teach them. You don't want to take the whole moment away from them. So I was hoping that she would be able to get a bounce back moment instead of sitting from the bench. So I'm a person I don't believe because somebody it's a turnover or a missed layup, you pull them and it's a consequence because it's making a basketball play, right? So you try to have a moment with them, say, hey, move on to the next play. I know you got this, and it's not hallmark is when you have talent like that. They just had a moment, or they might need to be the breather because they might, you've been playing. Sometimes when you play so hard, your body think you can still do that, right? But you kind of, you kind of underestimate how hard you play. And so, in the community, I'm not saying that's what it is, but I just reflecting back to there. But the main thing is when you have a player at that level, this is a moment to build them up and get them and help them get themselves to another level of play, rise to the occasion, right? Whether it's making the next best pass, playing better defense and digging deep in and getting a defensive stop. That's what it's about. And I do feel when the game is on the line, I definitely feel Malaysia Fawali it does and has the ability and can be a clutch player because I get concerned with MK Dub down the line, and and she's almost on her way out of LSU and that some people gotta want it. Malaysia doesn't want it. That's one for sure. She wants those highlight those big shine moments.
What else did you see about that game that you like, or that
Um,
you wanted to talk about? What you wanted to chop it up about before we go to the next game?
here's the thing. We go to Big Four, Closet Johnson. I think also it wasn't just Malaysia for Wiley. They talk about defense. Closet could have been even better defense, right? Also, you didn't get any offensive production from Zakaria Johnson. What makes a difference, right? So some things like that, and then I'm sorry, but I would have tried Bella Highs more than 7 minutes. That's a lot of talent sitting over there, and she's a hustler and goes hard on both sides of the ball, on both sides of the game. So that's about it. So I would like to see Bella Highs get more than 7 minutes.
Would you say making a call for Ashlyn Jackson to shoot that three at the end of the game was a gutsy call by Lawson after Ashlyn had just missed smoked 2 free throws? Just smoked them. Like, what the hell? What? Both of them? It was like, she missed both of them? You know what I mean? Great opportunity to do exactly what you said, pour back in the kid, turn the page, right?
I mean, and that's
Was that
exactly what
that's the call? Was that just the right call? What was that?
I think I believe that's the right call. She believed in that player regardless of the free throws, and like you said, pour back into him and hey, go get this one for her. I mean, sometimes uh, coaches want to go back to that's the one that got him there. I believe Tara Lawson felt that, so we gonna ride this out together type of thing, and miss or make, we're gonna ride this thing out together. And even if it didn't go down, the fact that my coach still believed I could do it, and it's something that it does with the psyche and the relationship. You just didn't abandon someone because they had a tough moment in the game, and they're capable. It's not that they're not capable; they're capable of doing it. It's different if you go have somebody that doesn't shoot well. Say we're gonna put the ball in your hands, and wish it goes in. But this is someone that's capable and have a high shooting acumen that can knock it down. So glad it worked out. Do I think it's a gutsy call? No, I think it's the right call. That's the one that's been showing up for you most of the tournament. So
Gotcha. What more on this game, or you want to go to another game? Oh, let me speak to some of the folks in the channel I ain't spoke to. Mr. Kai, what's going on? Michelle Sessions, what's going on? Shay, what's going on, fam? Louie, I see you in the building. Smooth T, what's going on? I think I spoke to everybody. At least Pew, that's with everybody. I think I spoke to everybody. Kendall, what up? You missed the second half of the Duke game. What happened? UCLA.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened. Desi Will, what's happening? I mean, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to today. Go ahead. We'll talk that one. What's the what other game you had on your game of decks?
The game of that, you know, of course, I got to talk about the Gamecocks because I wasn't here to talk about it. That night, you know, you and a
Yeah,
baseline, you're in the baseline
even
crew uh,
even
talked
if he
about
was
it.
here, you can still talk about him again. Go ahead.
He said you can never get enough of Gamecocks on the court.
Yeah, if
Um,
you even if he was here, yeah, just bring him back up. It's easy. Go ahead.
we're going to talk about that Oklahoma Sooners. They had no boomers against South Carolina. What I enjoyed and appreciated about from the tip, they came off and pushed downhill. And what that means is they put Oklahoma on their heels offensively. How they were, they used the clock to their advantage, but they were getting after it, getting to the basket, shooting with intentionality, shooting with purpose, scoring with purpose, really reading, reacting well. Most of the time, you didn't see too many lulls and too many droughts, we say, or dry spurts, how you would put it in their offense. They just found a continuity throughout the whole game to put the game away because they did not want any repeats or to give me any thoughts that they can play or hang in there with us. You know, it's like, you know, then they kind of, and then what I liked about what they how they guarded, they made it very tough for Reagan Beard to get touches, made it tough for Chavez to get clean looks at the basket. Verhulst maybe had some spot, you know, just anybody that was considered a highlight scorer on it. They just made it. And I say they, the whole team. I can't even say everyone dug in. Every player that was out there dug in and stayed loyal to the defensive scouts against them, and they weren't playing. It was like move your hand, move your hand, move your hand, move your hand. You know, it was just. I watched that game twice because I just couldn't believe. Um, I should believe, but they got that much better. And so then it's a statement that goes out when you beat someone like that, that you didn't beat us. We actually beat ourselves that night because we weren't playing up to our standard. And so message sent, and I think message well received. Who do you think, you know, who do you think you messing with? Who do you think is playing? So, you know, again, I think you and I talked maybe before March Madness, Auntie. I remember I mentioned, I think, you know, there's a role in there for McKeer. They got McKeer. I was just like the way looking healthier, playing healthier, asserting herself into offense as the flow within the flow of things.
It ain't even that. Playing with a little edge, coach. Playing
Yeah,
like an ass kicking chicken. You hear me? Playing like an ass kicking chicken. You hear me for real? Hey, Gotti got a little chip to her, got a little spice to her. She got a
yeah,
little spice
yeah,
to her. I like it. Allie too. Allie too. Hey, listen, these young listen, these next generation, these next young hoopers that's coming in, they respect what's ahead of them. They'll give a damn. Wait for what? Take the ball out. What you talking about? What you talking about, school?
right.
Take the ball out. What you talking about, school? I love it.
And
I'm sorry. Go
and
ahead.
that and I also, if you pay attention, I also enjoy Maddie running the point, and you put in Raven off to the guard, and it's you know you see the full exchange of the keys right before your eyes during the tournament. You know, Raven does what we got to do, and then it's Maddie comes in, and if you watch the game, it was Raven and Maddie in, and Raven would give the ball to Maddie to run the run the team to navigate the team and to orchestrate what they're going to do offensively. And the thing is, Maddie's got a little what we call rough, rugged, and raw go in her. But I believe even once you get through this tournament, you're going to see more maturity in her. You know, it's something about that all season does when you finish with March Madness. It's something how it just maturity thing kind of comes over a player. So and so I'm looking forward to seeing how Maddie's decision making, and you got some new Gamecocks coming in, some phenomenal talent. But let's stick with right now. Um, I thought it was going to be like what, a 12 point, 15 point win. I didn't, they knocked me off my feet with that win. I really did. I said, oh, I think they're going to get it like 12, 15, maybe 20, right? But my goodness. Like my goodness, my goodness. So that's not a fluke. So when people say, well, the first two rounds at home is because you're at home court advantage. No, they did this on the road to get to the Elite Eight, right?
Right.
That's not, that's not any, that's not slight. And Oklahoma is not a slight team.
I mean, that's
That
the
may be
uncommon favor.
limited. Yeah.
Not measure.
So I just wanted to mention that game versus, uh, and Olcott, Olcott rebounding was on the boards, was active. Was, you saw tonight, Lansing turn it up another gear offensively and defensively. Um, and then Tessa reminded you why, tournament Tessa was the jump shot was looking crisper. I can use it as a word, but crisp, not crisp, crisper. You know what I mean?
Little crisp. Put a little
Yeah.
crisp on it. Put a little crisp
Yeah.
on it. Got a little snap on that wrist a little bit.
Yeah. And then when the Oklahoma presser, when the Oklahoma presser and Reagan and whoever and Janae came up, it just looked dazed and confused and didn't know what to do.
Oh man. Exactly. What's up, Michelle Harley? Okay, wait, that's the good.
And it was just a great basketball,
like the championship team. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach. I thought you finished.
No, I was just saying it was just some great basketball. I was impressed. Like I said, I watched the game almost 3 times over because I don't, when you see that, they got somebody else on their mind, but they're taking it one game at a time. They got some things on their mind, right? They got to get some things off their chest. You know what I mean?
We ain't got time to be playing around.
Right.
So, we ain't got time to be doing no playing around.
Yeah, so then that brings us to today. I think that brings us to today's games.
1 second. Let me check in the chat real quick. Tonight and Latson are even playing well with the duo. Could be an X factor for us. A lot of people in these internet, social media streets thought Oklahoma was going to beat us based on the previous game. Michelle Harley, they was tripping. Gotti cocky with. Ain't she, Louis? Listen, ass kicking chicken. Kiara, what's happening, fam? It's that beyond measure. Oklahoma's play was to collapse the middle and make our guards win the game. We were prepared, as we should be. As we should be. That's what we do. You say you moving into today, Coach. What you got today?
We were going UCLA and Duke, and I thought Duke did a great job in the first half to minimize the touches that Lord.
Wait. I don't know if I can just let you go there.
In the first half, I thought they did a great job of reducing the touches of Laura Bass. Did I miss a game? What'd you say, Auntie?
What I don't remember is we didn't get to talk. We didn't get to talk. Doggo no breaks Blake's.
Okay, yeah, okay. Was that from today?
So I mean, even if you don't know, that was from the same night as Duke LSU. But even if you don't want to talk that whole game, I really just want to talk. I want you to talk Hannah Hidalgo and her tournament run. Right? I mean, it ended today. It ended today. But I didn't see Hannah getting past Vandy. I didn't see her being able to carry Notre Dame past Vandy. She had a heck of a tournament. I mean, she is Doggo. But I wanted to get your assessment of what you saw from that kid. 66 in the chat. Hit the like and share. They both right there. What you thought about that young lady's performance?
Well, when I thought you saw some maturity and not just in her game set, but the emotional mental maturity. So I want to say congratulations to her and keep up the good work, young lady, because she made a commitment to herself, and I think that's that's the result, right? Of what you see outwards, and also trying and wanting to willing to connect with her teammates and build a stronger team. And she took the load, and she was willing to take the load and understood the load. And so, so yeah, so it wasn't hit a bust during the tournament. It was, I'm going to trust my teammates to open whoever's open by double team, somebody's open and they need to knock down a shot. So either they are or they're not. So in the Vanderbilt game, it was great team defensive effort. They contained no break Blake's down until you can't keep a great player down forever. But they did enough to keep themselves in contention to have an opportunity to win the game, and that's just what strategy is about. So overall, between Anna and other people guarding and staying on um, Michaela Blake's, they did I think, a great job of smothering, suffocating, taking out of rhythm, and taking other shoot. I mean, Justin Passat wasn't really so much of a factor. So they did a great. I think they did the best job they could protecting the post play from Vanderbilt and contesting the post play. Um, so it was a team effort against Michaela Blaze, but then but on the other side, the opposite side of that, Galvin stepped up and kept them in the game as a freshman, going well sophomore now technically, as you like to say. So definitely uh, Galvin should be proud of her growth and what she's done. And this is not a pat on the back, but that is very tough for a freshman other than that circumstance to go in and you keep your team in the game together because they very well could have, could have got away from them. And there it was. Somebody had to step up and make shots because of the double teams and the double stunts on Michaela and the other teammates. Or something. And there here was Galvin says, well, let me get to work. And so that's what they did. And so
So did you get to what you did you also? I'm sorry, I didn't hear if you said if you watched that game more than one time.
yeah, I watched that game 2 times.
Okay, good, great.
Yeah.
So the last shot, who should it have gone to?
Um, should have gone to Michaela they should have drew on the play to get Michaela open in the beginning, but Galvin got it, and that's just too much time in that situation. So I'm gonna try to because at that point Michaela was already in that fourth quarter was in a rhythm, right? So I'm gonna get into Michaela first because he
Really?
gets the
Really?
rhythm
Oh
of the
no.
dribble.
I thought I felt y'all remind me. 'Cause I could have been I could be misremembering, but I thought Galvin
Galvin
was
got the
more in a.
pass.
I thought Galvin was more in a rhythm at that time. Who took that last
Not
shot?
not not in the fourth quarter. That's when Michaela had got started, was getting to the cup, was blowing by and
Who
getting
took
to the cup.
who took the last shot in that game?
Um, it was Michaela, but it was off of a Galvin miss. Galvin and ran in, got home rebound, and then kicked it back, chased it down, and they swung it to Michaela in the last second, throw up shot. Galvin took the first shot at the top of the key, missed, and it was just no, all the pressure was on the perimeter. So her running to get a rebound was open because everybody was protecting the perimeter shooters. So that was a heads up play by Galvin to see that. So she went and sprint, got her own rebound, and then had two dribbles out and kicked it to Michaela. And it was just, a heave up. It was a shot, but it wasn't, enough. So in that aspect, you had that many seconds on. I'm gonna give it enough time where you got enough time to get. I think it was a side out play, and you could have had a better side out play. Maybe you can catch inside the 3 point line and go to work off of a dribble and put the ball up, try to get to the line, something like that.
Okay, okay.
Because all their screen action was up high by the 3 point line. They didn't have a play that stretched it out. So, but that's the way Coach Shea coaches. That's what they decided. It still was a good look for Galvin to shoot the ball, but I would have put it in my top player's hand at the time right away. Yeah, right. But I think that was who was open based on the defensive coverage too at first. Did you see something different on that play?
No. I just wanted to know what you thought. Who you thought should have took the shot?
Yeah, I mean, Michaela Mason didn't have the best jump shooting night, but she started figuring it out and they started breaking down and breaking the code, defensive code, and so um, moving the ball. So that so yeah, again, um, Notre Dame and Hannah Hidalgo controlled the tempo of the game, so that was another great job. They intentionally worked the shot clock to take away, transition offense from Vanderbilt. So, and they did it the whole 4 quarters. That's what put them in a position to get there, playing intentional, playing discipline, and getting the ball to our open teammates. And that's what gave them the lead in the last, winding down the seconds. It was a baseline pat blob, a baseline out of bounds pass to Hannah, and then Hannah, instead of trying to shoot with two people, saw that open passing lane and a very heads up drop down bounce pass to the post there and layup and puts them up. I think if she tries to take that shot, it doesn't go down. So way to read the game.
Let's see. If Hannah had two more dogs, it could have kept it close. Notre Dame can't knock down shots. You watched that last game. The Gamecocks are in there. I'm gonna get your bag. I didn't have Hannah either. Hannah showed up and delivered all the criticism we gave her last season. She showed up and delivered. Went head to head against Jelani. Outplayed Blake's. Yeah. I mean, she had a great run.
I mean, it
She's
was she
definitely
wasn't
not
they
playing with
weren't they
Notre
weren't
Dame
supposed
today.
to be here.
Mm-mm. She made it tough for the Huskies today. What up, MJ?
No, Notre Dame, they weren't even supposed to be that this far. So I mean, I think that's a great accomplishment based on what the roster like, because nothing sticks out and say, oh, that team is gonna go far in the tournament. I'm sorry, no disrespect to them, but you look at that, you're not right.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know who Basketball 308 is. It look like they doing a lot of typing. I ain't in the mood.
Right,
I ain't in the mood
right,
tonight.
yeah, yeah.
I ain't in the mood tonight. Lot of,
Look, with the song
I
saying, I ain't
could,
gonna be able to do it.
I could, but for what? You know what I mean?
Right,
For what?
right,
Just
right.
for what? For what? Uh, it's always one. There's always one. There's always
Mr.
one.
Know It All got a plan
At
in his
least,
hand.
at least one. There's always at least one, Louis. At least one. Uh, what other games? What games today, Coach? What games today?
So we're going to do UCLA game. Duke did a great
Mm,
job in denying
what
Lauren
an
Besson.
interesting one.
Yeah, they did. I think Duke did a great defensive job for three and a third quarters of denying the ball and keeping the tempo within their reach, and within their reach to maintain. And what it was is that we know that sometimes there's some areas where they're challenged with offensive production. And so there was a time where they had, you seen the momentum swing. They had was I think where it was that third quarter. They had like a 7 point lead, and it just dwindled down to two, just like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I felt like there was, I don't know what they were running, but it was taken away from their momentum, shifting the momentum, but then start allowing one-on-one coverage in the post, which I'd rather for them to, if you gonna beat me, shoot. I'm not just gonna let you off me. like that defensively in the post. You know, that's my word. So I was confused. I was confused why they went away from putting more pressure on Lauren Betts because it was working. It was disrupting. It's causing them to make tougher passes out. You know, we call it retreat or recover passes out to her guards, to her teammates. And so I watched it again before we kind of joined in. I just watched that sequence, and everything was just 1v1 in the post from wing entry. Entry, they was entering the post, and it was on the same. You know where she was doing it? Like I don't know if the assistant coaches. She was doing it from the same side of from the right side of the basket. They
Mm.
were getting so like move like so if you see that you got to do something to keep her off the right off that block. That's where you're
You
damaging.
got to make the adjustment.
Yeah, you got to make the adjustment. I mean, every time they come down, it was reverse to the way to the block, damage, right side. So that kind of confused me watching that. Like, when y'all gonna make the adjustment? You know, when you gonna make the
And
adjustment?
it just never came. Just
Yeah,
never.
and no, and the guards weren't really shooting that great. So and a lot of times people don't understand the reason why guards can shoot better is because you got an inside out game and it spreads your defense out. So if you take that post away and they may shoot or they may not, but it gives you a better chance. Actually, if you smother in that post action, it gives you a better chance to rebound anyway because you're already packed in. So that's just something to think about. I was just confused in that, but I don't play at that level. I don't know if my mind would have went that way either because that's a high level. Sometimes you know, I've been there. I've gone into the locker room. It's like, man, I should have did X, Y, and Z. You know, how did I miss that during the game?
Really, really,
Huh? What you
really. You
say?
say you go back. You say you go into you walked away like, damn, I should have did this. That in hindsight.
Right.
Kind
Like,
of okay.
like how did I miss that during game time? Game situation. I
Mm.
say that to myself. Like, how did I miss that? How did I not see that?
But
And so, and
I
so I
mean,
learned that
should
that
one of the assistants have seen it though?
yeah, that too. If you have a quality staff, you will hope so.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's see. What else did we see today?
TCU.
Oh, well, we can talk. We can talk TCU for a minute. I don't have much. I don't have much for them. I'm not really impressed by TCU.
I'm not. I think they got a well orchestrated bracket, a gift from the committee. And remember, we said that, and we talked. I think I picked all number ones to make it, and I think the Basconomics wanted to see a certain thing, but there's so many.
You still you
There's so
still
many.
you're still leaning towards all four number ones making it. You don't see no upsets.
I mean, let's like who. Let me see here. Let me look at the game index. I mean, UConn beat Notre Dame. Yeah, yeah. I see. I see. Yep. Because you have what? Texas, Michigan, South Carolina, TCU,
Mm-hmm.
um, UConn already took care of business. UCLA, we got to
The one
wait.
thing
Is
that
it?
surprised the one thing that surprised me about UConn was that Gino went to El Alfie. Like by this time, I thought that Sarah Williams would be given a little bit more. I thought that she'd have been standing on the floor a little bit more for Gino. So that's a little surprising to me. I have to admit that's a little
I think. I
surprising to
think.
me.
I think it was an El
Not
Alfie
staying
thing
on the
because,
floor.
but the thing is, I think it's not so much came later. I think it's about someone that knows your system more at that point in that situation. I don't. To me, I think that Sarah Williams is a better talented Alfie, but who knows your system to get done what you're looking to do in game situation. So as a coach, that's what I'm saying. What you're putting in it, not so much that that's the better player. So I think
Mhm,
Sarah Williams is a better talent than Alfie. I think it's
mhm.
just the situation and how we play our system is just the better in the play because you've been there. And so it's the sometimes coaches go with the comfort in who they believe knows the system versus something. And I'm not saying that may be the case, but I'm just bringing that up from my court view. Um, I trust them to make a decision within the, what we look to do as a program, offensively and defensively. Because a player, if you didn't coach them for at least 3 years, they come with some habits that you can't change in one season or 1.5 seasons. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's fair. Um, you think you say you hope Michigan upsets Texas? Do you give Michigan a chance of upsetting Texas?
I don't think they got an answer for the size and how the size plays.
Yeah, that side, but that defense is harassing as hell too. When
Yeah,
that
because
when that SEC defense getting them jerseys, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about the physicality and the toughness and the size of Texas. I mean, Michigan would have to go on like an outstanding. They would have to then they shoot like 75-80% from the floor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It would have to be
yeah,
one of those type of games. I think.
I mean, Michigan is a good team. They earned the
Yeah,
right
it's
to
not
play.
to take nothing. It's not to take nothing away from 'em. I don't know if people had them this, going this far, but
I just don't see them having the
the
personnel
size.
matchup. Yeah, size to get it done. And I agree with you. Texas is playing some good defense home tournament. They are. They're playing good defense.
I mean, Texas is playing good basketball. You know what I mean? You have to
Yeah.
give it. They're playing. On both sides of the ball. Uh, they're playing some good basketball for what I was able to watch. I ain't watched all of Texas, but it looked like they playing some pretty good basketball right now. Um,
I think Kendall got a question.
Sarah Williams was not affecting the game for us, honestly. Defensively, she was good, but we needed rebounder. Jenny came in and delivered that for us. Oh, yeah. How should South Carolina defend the TCU high pick and roll to contain the drives to the basket?
I mean, South
Hold
Carolina have
on,
seen
hold
that.
on, hold on 1 second. Look, hey, basketball 308. You type that, you don't have to keep typing it. It's almost like spamming the chat. Like the stuff you talking about in the chat, like oh, I don't even have the energy for it really. You know what I mean? Like you came in. Basically, your point is that I guess like somebody's gonna lose. I guess you came in. It was like South Carolina can't win. You're like, who do you think can win? If you've been here before, you know that this is South Carolina channel. It doesn't fucking change. That's the answer. So whatever your point is, go ahead and make that so we can move on. Because you're not really adding to the conversation. You feel me? We're not interested in the size that TCU has. We're not. So okay. Anyway, go ahead.
I think a
Go
lot
ahead.
of times we seen them when they have those when they guard the pick and roll. You have
It's the same old shit.
usually
Like boom.
usually Raven is good fighting over the top, so you can keep um, post to post action, but then they have Hope already in the paint there, so they won't drive as
Yo,
deep.
yo,
So the thing is,
it's not. Hold on. It's not about that you're not agreeing. This isn't what we're talking about. This isn't the subject that we're on. You're on a totally different subject about women's basketball, and we're not going to let you direct where the conversation goes. Please stop interrupting the chat with shit that we're not talking about. That's where we're at with it. That's where we're at with it. What we're saying is we don't. It's not even about not agreeing with you. We're not interested in talking with you. That's what we're saying. And it's not just me saying it and not just him saying it, it's the chat saying it. That's it. That's okay. Same thing that they were saying on Friday. You know what I mean? Like get something new to say, add to the conversation. It's like trolling. Like, how old are you? Shit. Come on, coach. I don't know who it is. I don't even know if it's a ma'am, sir. I don't know who it is. Doesn't really matter. Like, just not interested in. You're not adding to the conversation. Come on, coach.
So
Eh,
yeah, guarding that pick and roll, high pick and roll. I mean, lot with the guards, what I've seen, what we've seen previously, Kendall. I think that's a great question. I think what we've seen previously is the guards um, getting over the top, that trying to stay with the shooter, and then the post player sprinting back, and then you having help over in that middle line, that mid line, which is down the middle of the court, which will be your help position. And the whole thing is not allowing them to get an easy layup, pushing them off the line or down the line behind the basket. So basically, what you want to do is have the defense when you're defending, um, pushing that pick and roll, pushing that post player, whoever pick and whoever's slipping. You want to push that person that's going to the basket off the pick, off the screen. You want to push them to an angle that's behind the basket, bad angles, and then can either contest the shooter or force them to reverse the ball. So sometimes good at reversing the ball or forcing them to have a poor angle on their post entry pass, where you got to place in that. So sometimes it's not always about getting the steal or stopping the shot. It's about putting them on tough angles, even if they get the ball into the post entry. But the biggest thing is not allowing um, them to keep the dribble and turn the corner on you and to drive baseline. So you kind of want to cluster it up for them so you can take away some of the dribbling, drive some of the lanes, driving lanes from them. And so sometimes you what we call a kind of bump type of defense, or bumping the bumping the post, or bumping the cutter off of that. So so you have different ways you can do it. We'll see how Big Drip does it, but so it's so many different ways where you can clutter that area from their own play and cause them to, it causes them to be at tough angles. So it just depends on the person. You remember, it's different personnel. It just depends on the personnel out there for SC at the time, and how they need to play it according to your strips. Because every defensive unit out there has different defensive strips, and so that's how you want to play that pick and roll. But definitely, you know, you don't want to lose the shooter, but you also don't want to, easy, easy line to the basket. Yeah,
when you look at the games from today, coach, my bad. Um, and you look at today. Was today about star power, or was it really about more about like team infrastructure and roster depth? What did you think about that?
man, it's about roster depth and keeping it simple and what you had the advantage over it. So, uh, TCU had a post player advantage, so they kept it simple, right? Um, and so if Olivia Miles doesn't have post play, TCU is not walking out there with a win over UVA. I'm just gonna be honest. So they went to what they had the advantage. So when you see that, use it, use it to get you to the finish line, to get you to the win. And so that's what TCU did. They took advantage of, they had mismatched the whole game in the post. Then that open. Then what? Then that opened up the perimeter, right? Because it causes you to what? Now you got to what? Pay extra attention, pack it in, and then it opens up your shooting lanes. And so it's a very simple game. It kept it very simple. It wasn't anything exotic that TCU did. They had the advantage of the
So
post,
I'm gonna keep
and they established that.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. To me, this game, the game looks different if your girl don't get hurt.
Cool.
Amaze. If Tabitha
Amaze.
Amaze,
Yeah, yeah.
if Amaze don't go down, to me the game looks different, right? That's just my
Right.
opinion. If Amaze doesn't, if she doesn't go down, I think the game looks different. And I don't know.
Because Weimer was too
And then you,
inexperienced.
And I think they could have stayed in this game a little bit more if you get a little bit more out of Romy Levy. Levy, I think it had a bigger game the game before. So I think they could have but I mean shit. Nobody expected them to be there. So for them to be, for them to lose by 10, I get, it's no moral victories, but it's definitely something for them to build on. So there's that.
Yeah, but so yeah, so for that game, it was it was just seeing where you had the possible advantage to seeing if it works for you. So the games just came down to execution and going to what worked. I didn't really see any was he quote unquote star
Hold
power.
on.
I saw
Hold on,
just
hold on,
keeping
hold
it
on, hold on,
simple.
hold on, hold on,
Yeah,
hold on, hold on, hold on. I
yeah.
don't understand how you keep. I don't understand how you keep missing this. We are talking women's basketball. We are having a great conversation about women's basketball. We don't want to talk to you. You came in talking about South Carolina. We're not even on South Carolina right now. You came in on some other shit. You continue to try to take the conversation somewhere else. This is the last time I'm going to ask you, please. We don't want to talk to you basketball 308. There's so many other YouTube channels out there talking hoops. Go find one. We don't we don't want to talk to you. Yes, you're hearing us talk women's basketball. You're right about that. What we're saying to you is we don't want to talk to you. We've had this conversation with you already. You're here another day with these same comments. We don't want to talk to you. Last warning. Like I don't know. I can't be any clearer than that. Like I don't know how people keep staying where they not wanted. You keep trying to be in a conversation that we don't want you in. I don't understand. I just don't understand. It's the third time now. Just move around. Like, I'm not. It's so I'm out. I don't know how to make it any plainer. Here's the thing. I don't not agree with your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. You can have it. It's not even that you're trolling. It's not even that you're trolling. We're trying to have a totally different conversation, and we don't want you here. That's it. That's it. I have plenty of people that say bad stuff about my team. We got people in here that aren't even South Carolina fans. There's LSU fans in here. There's UConn fans in here. It's all kind of fans in here. We just don't want to talk to you in here. We're not even upset. We just like, why are you still here? I don't understand how people stay where people ask them not to be. I ain't never been that type of person. Like, somebody tell you, like, hey man, we don't want you here. You just gonna keep hanging around. I don't know what kind of desperation that is. Go ahead, coach. Back to the topic. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like it's just weirdness. Go ahead, coach.
Like now, I'm still here.
Yeah, like you're gonna. I'm just gonna be here. I'm not leaving. Like, God damn, seriously? Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, coach.
Yeah, that no. Back to your question. Yeah, I just saw. Keep it simple. What works for you, and with the star power is just making basic plays, managing the game, uh, being able to withstand runs. And I think the team that had the better personnel today really won. Like um, UConn down, down the stretch. If you go back to Notre Dame. Notre Dame made some pushes and tried to get the game reach, but every time they would get within, 7, 10 point reach, which what you going to do with Sarah Strong? And Sarah Strong has been a consistent. AZ Fun has been there, but definitely uh, Sarah Strong has been the X factor.
Oh, Az looked a little shell shocked. Started that first half.
Yeah,
Az looked a little deer in the headlights. Like she had to she came out like she had took one in the chin and was her legs was wobbly. Like she had to get her legs back under control. So uh Sarah Strong, most polished player in college basketball, in women's college basketball. I say it all the time. Really just she just did Sarah Strong type stuff. She just did Sarah Strong type stuff. I don't know with the personnel. I think maybe you try to get a little bit more out of Prosper. I think Prosper ended up fouling out. I think maybe you wanted to get a little bit more from Ayanna Moore, right? Like
right.
it would have been a good day to have some of those threes fall. But I mean, did you see anything different really that Ivy could have done?
No, no. I mean, your shots are not dropping. You did. I think they executed a very good game plan for the personnel they had, but at the end of the day, UConn just spreads you out on the floor, and they have their spot so strategically that if you're not playing a pure or honest 1v1, man to man defense, it's just going to dissect your defense every time. Either it's going to be a kick out to the shot, it's going to be a cut, player cutting to the basket, baseline cutting from the wing, and to me, it's nothing exotic or genius about it. It's about something simple that looks hard when you have players at a high level doing it well. That's what you call doing the fundamentals at an elite pace. That's really what it is.
What you think
I
about
think
Big
it's
Tommy 65's comment? What stands out to me is how important athleticism, multiple ball handlers, and help defense are for these good teams and in these big games. Do you think these are the things that's making the difference in these games? What do you see?
um I think, but if you have undisciplined athleticism, that don't mean to get you to win. So yes, in part the defense and the help side, but also you can't forget the rebounding. You know, rebounding, taking away second and third chance shots from your opponents. So I think being active on the boards and being consistent on defense. Yeah, I'll agree with that. But I'm not just gonna say because they're athletic they can get to it. But at the end of the day, like I said, the team with the higher level personnel, it prevailed. That's what it looks like. What's going on right now? You have to respect those programs. It's their time.
Okay, let's see. I love Sarah being more vocal in this game. Sarah was stepping up her leadership in this game. That's what we needed. That's what you want to start seeing. That's what you want to see from her heading toward her junior year, right? She's gonna be a junior, is that right? Shit, time is
She's
fine.
going
She's gonna
to
be a
her.
junior, right?
Yeah, she's going to be a junior. Yep, she's sophomore.
Yeah, yeah. This what you want to see. This is what you want to see.
Sarah
What's
Strong is
up,
on
Paige?
schedule.
What's up, Paige? How you doing? Uh, you need multiple playmakers because the good teams will blow up your first, second, third options. Quinones saved UConn in the first half. Quinones had a great game. He said Ivy talked about that in her press conference. I didn't see Ivy's press. I didn't see Ivy's press conference. Press conference. That's
I mean, it's one of those situations with the coach. I gotta be honest with what I have, and I see what's over there. I'm gonna play to win, but at the end of the day, I know it has to be almost flawless. And like you said, I gotta have some other players that's on the heater. And unfortunately, the shooters that were open were knocking down shots, or not at all. And it's just part of the game. You got to knock down shots when you open. So
you didn't know Quinones had a 3-ball. Whoa, Quinones a hooper. I've been saying Blanca was coming since last season. I've been saying Blanca was coming since last season. Interested to see what her off season looks like and where they focus her growth and development. It's a little bit early for that, but when we look at Virginia, right? Where would you focus? The other thing I was gonna say too, you can't get just 5 points out of Samaya Smith in this game. You can't just get only 5 points out of Samaya Smith in this game. Samaya Smith has to be SEC tough in this game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got to be. I expected her to be SEC tough. I thought I would see more domination. So, it's a little surprised. I was a little surprised with that. Yes, if I'm a UConn fan, seeing that top blocking AZ rattle her that much with Raven on the way, it's scary.
I mean, here's the thing: AZ Bud is on the top of the scouting report, though, so it's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? So she's been on the top of the scouting report.
Yeah, but you got to know how to be prepared to be on the top of the scouting report too. You can't come out looking shell shocked. You was on the top of the scouting report last week, wasn't you? You've been on the top of the scouting report all week. Now they coming. See, it's different. It's different when you're on the top of the scouting report at the little lease or for the last 16 games. Now it's
Right.
turning time. It's different type of sharks in the water now.
And they move as fast as you, or they get their hand in the
Woo,
face before
woo,
you know.
woo.
Yeah.
They move quick, don't they? They move quick. They move quick. They move
Like,
quick.
mama,
Don't
they know
get you
that
started.
sled.
Don't get you
Yeah.
started with Smith MJ. If you need to come up,
Ma-
let me know. Let me know. We'll have you on up. We'll have you on up. I
you
know
come
Coach
on
Raymond
up,
can use.
brother.
If you need to come on up, let us know. Uh,
You get all excited.
I'm not gonna say that
Oh,
AZ was rattled. We seen games like this from AZ before, but came out better from it. Okay. So you feel
okay.
like she wasn't rattled? She ready for Raven? She ready for that type of time? You seen Raven? You seen Raven's defense? You seen what type of time Raven on? Raven was out at the scout with a notebook. Raven asked Don, let me use the pencil sharpener.
True. That's not.
He's not sure. Yeah, you seen her come back better with Paige beside her.
Well, and no page coming through that tunnel, as you would say, Auntie.
Well, Paige did come through the tunnel. She just didn't sit on the sideline. I thought they said Paige was in the building. Didn't I thought they said didn't Paige call and talk to the team or Paige was in the building or something, wasn't she?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
They were in
no
Texas, wasn't
page.
they?
No page
I
on the
thought Paige.
court.
Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Paige had some contact with the team. Let me know. I thought that I heard that PV5 had been in the building. Now I know that Chelsea had been in the building to talk to Duke, so I saw that, and I know that Skylar had been to see Notre Dame. So I thought the Page had been in. I thought I heard Page had been in the building.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But
So
well, go ahead.
no, I said so. Page was really the bill, or not sure. That's all I was asking.
I'm waiting on confirmation. I don't know. Lisa Pure, are you telling me she sure did, or I don't know what you saying? Y'all let me know if Page was in the building. Go ahead, Coach. You can go to the next.
um, so we had the. Let me get to my. Did we get all the games for the weekend, or did I miss one? Honestly, I think I missed. We talked TCU, Virginia. I think we talked to that earlier. I think the only thing.
Yes, Page came to practice. I'm telling you, Page was in the Page. Beckers was in the building. We have 4 guards for Olivia. We need to keep Akai out of foul trouble early, defending the pick and roll.
um,
She was in Fort Worth during the week. That's what I thought. It
I
ain't
do.
far.
I do got to go back with the Michigan Louisville. I was
I
impressed.
don't. No, go
Huh?
ahead.
I was
Go ahead.
impressed with Michigan. I didn't. I thought it was going to be a closer game, and I thought it was going to come down to possessions. And Michigan was like, you know, what I mean? Like they just came out the gate fired up. So I was impressed. I thought Louisville was gonna have a better plan. I thought they were more prepared, or they had matured more to handle that. But I don't know. I was confused. So that's how I was saying. So I was impressed with Michigan's
Mm.
assertiveness, just coming out and controlling the tempo of the game and doing what they had to do.
How could Louisville have won this game, and how does Michigan win their next game? If you don't mind, those 2 questions.
Um, I think Louisville wins this game if they. I would have focused on really making it hard for perimeter. Just you can't allow Michigan to get. I think when you got you get like Holloway. Uh, you know, when you have you have Spores, Austin, Holloway didn't have a lot of points, but still effective. I think you have to from the beginning of the game get disrupt the rhythm of the main shooters, the top players there, and um, So I would have put more pressure from the beginning on the perimeter uh, because I'm not impressed with Michigan's post play. I think they have a better opportunity. Uh, Also, I don't know if Louisville can play in the half court set. Trying to load. I would have put some half court traps on them, pressure like pick up double teams and that nature. Make slow down, take away shot clock. And it's not always about stealing the ball, just shrinking the shot clock for Michigan. So just shrinking that shot clock by some high some early pressure at half court, things in that nature. Uh, that's how I would do it. Michigan beat Texas. I mean, here's the thing. You can try to pack it in and say beat us from the jump shot. And the tough part is about that. You got Madison Burker that has a decent mid shot, kind of with 3 pointers, and then is Rory going to be on and things of that nature. But uh, if you try to tell them to beat you from outside, I mean, what do you do? How do you guard Justin Carlton, Crump, league moves? But I think the main thing is if they go into the post, show that I think the thing where you can uh, disrupt, kind of detour Texas is if you can take away the early post, not allow them to post entry pass or not making it easy. If you can make it challenging for post entry pass play, which they're going to try to do, then that puts kind of that breaks up that kind of disrupts the motion with the consistency of their offense. So I don't think you're not going to keep them down. The thing is slow down the rhythm. That's what you want to do. So in the first quarter, when you play, that ball is tipped and you play, you want to take away what they do well, so it takes them longer to get to it because you're not going to stop a team, right, from doing things well. You just want to take away the rhythm and put yourself in a position where you're ahead of the game or you're in striking distance to take a lead. That's all it is. But definitely, uh, I'll try to, see what kind of pressure I can put on ball handlers to take away post presence. And I just say beat me with the jump shot tonight. I'm gonna be honest. I think if you're gonna beat me with the jump shot tonight. Beat me with the jump shot. You got shooters, show me.
And of course, I know that's a tall task. That's a tall task for him, right? So
Right. Yeah, that is a tall task. I don't think Michigan has enough personnel defensively. You know what I mean? 'Cause my substitutions will be for defense in a game like this, right? Right.
even though I'm not with either. I think I picked Texas on my. I don't know who I picked on my bracket. Either one of them could come get an ass whooping though. I think I picked one on one bracket and one on the other. I don't care. I don't. I literally don't care. Whoever. I just there are two teams that I don't think very highly of, so I don't put a lot of thought into it. When I did my brackets, they both had the opportunity to come get the whooping. Southern Cal finna lose somebody to the portal. You think so? I don't know. I ain't heard nothing. I don't know.
Well, we know. We
You
know
got some breaking
Divine.
news? I mean,
Well, no,
listen.
we know.
Here's the thing. You know what? At this point, it's like the portal is jumping. It's just a new way of the world. I'm not even surprised anymore now. The portal is it's the way to go. It look like so. It's interesting. It's on X. Who they say? Or they just say somebody? Yeah, I don't. I couldn't get. I don't know who it is. It's probably not anybody in their core. They made it seem like they were pretty. Everybody was staying put. So, but you know,
Rock around, and find out. Huh?
I mean, it's just the way of the world. Like Don said,
Yeah,
they said, you know, what do you ask them? You know, how much is it gonna cost? She said that might not be my first question. After we get to the pleasantries, how much is it gonna cost? Because if I can't afford it, it ain't no reason to find out the rest of the conversation. How much is it? What's the number?
right. That's true. That's the business it is now. That's the
Yeah, that's right.
business.
That's right. They did. They did. They met in I'm sorry, coach. They met in Vegas. Maybe UCLA is out for revenge. I don't know. I don't trust either one of them clipboards though. I'm sorry, coach. I cut you off. What you were saying?
No, I think there was rumors about Divine getting into the
But
portal.
Divine is at LSU though. Ain't she ain't at Southern Cal?
No, I know. I was just because I had it came
Oh,
across my
that's what
name.
just. Oh, okay. Oh, you were saying in addition to. Okay, I like.
Yeah,
No,
in
wait, no,
addition
she's
to
not there. Okay, yeah. But
they
listen, I
came
told
across
y'all
my
get
daily
y'all
game
special.
index.
Oh yeah, your game of days. I told y'all get y'all special popcorn ready for this portal. We're gonna do some portal shows. We got some WNBA stuff coming up. We got to keep up with the WNBA, the draft, who going where, what they doing, the portal, who going where, what they doing, and still try to watch the national championship take place. It's a lot going on right now.
Right. That's a lot.
Okay. TCU UConn Texas run for South Carolina will be monumental and make a mockery of the Naismith list.
Make a
Yeah,
mockery.
it would. It would make a mockery, run through them all. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Um, Coach, did you have any other games you wanted to talk about?
I mean, do we have any games on deck for tomorrow?
South Carolina play tomorrow. We play TCU tomorrow. Texas play
Yeah,
Michigan tomorrow.
yeah. So yeah, that those are the last two we had to talk about. What's coming up? Um, so
Yeah.
definitely, I'm going to pick South Carolina over TCU. I think that for just the unforgiving defense and the pace of defense that they're playing, I don't think TCU has seen that, and I don't know if they're going to be able to adjust in time the way they're going to play. Suffocating. I know South Carolina's going to want to push the pace because they're slower, a little bit slower foot team is TCU. So I'm looking to see South Carolina push the pace on them, but also um, they have some post players that can give their post play some problems. I know that much. So I don't know if I don't think TCU has been challenged yet in the post department um, per per side per height, and so I think that is going to be an alarming shock to TCU on tomorrow. They have to face that, and I don't see Olivia Miles just getting to do what she wants to do down there. And I agree with you. It's something I don't like about the show and how Olivia Miles carries it. I don't know. I think because I heard you mention that earlier line, and I have to agree with you. I just don't care for it because if you're gonna do that, play like that all the time, you know. So, but I mean, TCU is playing well, but I don't think they've seen this type of defense. Yeah, that. So I'm very concerned. Bring all the smoke, but that's what happened that game. So, chat fam, do you agree or disagree? I'm going at the 9 p.m. game. I'm going with South Carolina getting out of there with a win over the Horned Frogs. Do you agree or disagree? Yay or not? And then at 7 p.m. Eastern time, you got number two Michigan playing number one Texas. I think Texas got too much personnel for Michigan. They're going to outlast them, and Michigan is going to walk out there. I mean, excuse me, and Texas is going to walk out of there um, with a victory over Michigan. So I got Texas getting it done over Michigan. It's just going to be too much old anchor and no. You agree or disagree? Yeah, TCU hasn't faced anything sound like their schedule was weak. Yeah, Big 12. So yeah, you agree or disagree? I got Texas getting it done over Michigan. What is your thoughts? You agree, Dazzy? All right, appreciate it. Yeah, Texas is probably too much. Big time. James with Texas, big time Texas is probably too much for me. I just per personnel, and they can go deeper into their roster without any drop off. I mean, Michigan too, but some areas it gets a little weak. And so what you notice, what I would jump out there to say is, teams that go deep or having much success is having what are very consistent and having some good production in the post position, which leads to what being effective on the boards, rebounding for most part. Is that okay? That's what you call it. Okay, then. Yeah, Michigan did struggle against Iowa size. That's a great point. So that's what we talked about. Also, we talked about these marvelous Monday March Madness games coming our way. As fast in the blink of an eye, right? Don't blink. Game time will be here. Don't blink. Game time will be ready to be here. So back to you, Auntie. We talk about these two games. It's dwindling down.
Yeah, we're gonna get to a champion here soon. We finna get to a champion here soon. We finna get to this Final Four. We finna know what's what. Looking forward to the games tomorrow. Appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking with us tonight. You got your 1K ready for
Ticket,
Phoenix.
ticket, ticket. Kendall got his
You got your
ticket ready.
ticket. Oh, my bad, Kendall. I was over here working on shekels. I was about to ask you what you was betting on. Oh, my bad. I was like, oh wait, Kendall got a 1K going on something? My bad, Kendall. Hold on. I was half looking. It's terrible. My bad, Kendall. I didn't mean to put that on you like that, fam. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's
No,
my
you
bad.
just
I was over here checking off shekels.
glanced.
That display stuff. I was like, oh shoot. I better ask Kendall about that ticket. The 1K. We better get to the money, Kendall. We gonna get a book deal. We got a lot of things going on, Kendall. Now hit me up. We got
Oh
things to
my
do.
God. Got things to do. Get to the
We got
shackle.
things to do. Let's get to these shekels. I don't know. I think we got. So I think we got check ball. We up tomorrow. But now what? Hoops and it's some type of whatever. I don't know what the game is so late, so I don't know what'll happen after that.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah. You said
We'll go.
yeah, if I
We'll
fly.
go from there.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. Did everybody tell you what they pick'ems was or where we was at
Yeah,
with that?
everybody that was there said, remember, because I give mine, and then they'll agree, disagree, or give what they think. So, 'cause we switched it out.
Yeah, I just
We
wanted.
switched it.
I was just checking to make sure
They
we got
twins.
everybody.
They twins. I didn't see it in a long time. The twins
It's
with
the
a parents.
it's the little things with Coach. Gotta love him, man. It's just the little things with him.
It's a little bit. Yeah.
It's the little
I'm
things.
I'm simple and sensitive. I'm simple, sensitive, and sentimental. I can't say that 4 times in a row though. I'm sensitive and sentimental. You know, see, I can't even say it the second time.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. But y'all, I appreciate y'all rocking with us today. We're gonna get ready to get out of here. Coach, give us something positive to get out of here too.
This were the Dawn Staley wanted to remind us that you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. Be great in your preparation, become excellent in your performance, in everything you do. Have a champion mentality. Get in your bag and expand your bag because I believe in you and I know you believe in you because you are, yes, you are talking to you. You are the best. It is crazy. Wow, world, the shorts we call Earth spread love. More love is what we need, and we can use always, right now, and forevermore. But as the song says, the greatest love of all starts within you. And I'm going to challenge you to shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars and go as far as your grind will take you. And when you feel a little tired and frustrated, hey, keep on moving. Don't stop no time. Not and hang on. You got this. You're gonna do this. But most of all, you were made for this. Women's college basketball we coming down to the final four. We got marvelous Monday of March Madness games. Gamecocks on the court this Monday. See you there. I know you're gonna be there. I know you're gonna be there watching the game with Auntie. I know you're gonna be there. Keep hooping, my friends. Keep hooping.
Pull up, pull up. As a preview, let me let y'all know because I already checked in with nephew because I wanted to let people know. We'll pull up in the morning and have coffee and tea and chocolate and hot chocolate and all that good stuff, whatever, some water, whatever it is that you're drinking on. And just say good morning to hoops. But now what? Nephew say he wants to talk to LSU meltdown, UConn performance, Graydon Hidalgo, South Carolina win it all with a question mark. Is Betts and Miles for real? And can Michigan upset Texas? So we're gonna hear from HD, my nephew, tomorrow. Make sure you follow his platform. Welcome to HDI TV. We will pull up tomorrow. For right now, we finna get on out of here. That's Coach Coleman, Sus Talk Sports. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. Love y'all to life. And we